Just in, creepy liberal prepping for presidential run in 2020, this must be stopped. Just when you think the Democrat Party could not get any more ridiculous and irrelevant, they once again outdo themselves. We are now getting reports that former Vice President under Barack Hussein Obama, Joe Biden, is now getting ready to make a run at President Trump in 2020. And he is actively preparing a possible campaign announcement. Keep in mind, should he win, he would be turning 79 years old during his first year in office. There had been speculations of a Biden run when it was reported recently that he had met with a major liberal donor, Robert Wolf. Rumors are that Biden is dissuading aides from speculating about his 2020 plans because he believes the Democrats can take back a majority in both houses of Congress in 2018. Yes, this is how out of touch Biden is when it comes to the pulse of the American people, especially the middle class in America, who is once again starting to thrive after decades of neglect and abuse from both political parties. Via The Hill. According to the news site, Biden has spent recent months watching the Trump administration with dismay, and with aides telling him that he has the experience and credibility needed to mount a challenge to Trump in 2020. Looking at the environment, it's hard for someone who's spent his life in public service to say, "I don't think I can play any role in fixing this," said a source close to the meetings. One thing the Democrat Party and Joe Biden tends to forget is that 2020 is far from 2008. Priorities have changed, and with the start of the #Me Too movement, which was originally another attempt by the left to take out Donald Trump, ended up backfiring on many famous leftists in mainstream culture and politics. Creepy Joe Biden will be no exception. None of the above images have been altered. The more the left tries to channel a dead horse, the more we see how desperate they are to try to remain relevant. They have no one, and identity politics probably will never work again. People won't be suckered into voting for someone because it reminds them of the good old Obama days. Those days never existed, and people have now come to see it wasn't George W. Bush's fault a charlatan Obama spent his 8 years in office trying to tell us. Via Newsmax. Former Vice President Joe Biden said he is uncertain about a run for president in 2020, but suggested that if no one steps up, he'd be open to giving it another try. "I've done it a long time," said Biden, who previously ran for president in 1988 and 2008, "and I'm just not sure it's the appropriate thing for me to do," the Associated Press reported. He indicated he's looking for fresh blood to lead the Democratic Party back to the White House. His comments came in an interview with Snapchat's Good Luck America, set to be released Tuesday morning, in one of Biden's first on-camera interviews since leaving office in January. The AP was provided with an exclusive preview of the interview. Biden suggested that if no one steps up, he'd be open to giving it another try. "I'm not doing anything to run," he said. "I'm not taking names, I'm not raising money, I'm not talking to anybody, but something's got to happen." Biden has launched a handful of outside political and policy organizations since leaving the Obama administration, including the Biden Foundation, formed to advocate for his domestic priorities. The roster of Democrats considering a White House run has swelled well into the double digits, with potential candidates emboldened by President Donald Trump's historically low poll numbers. Biden was interviewed alongside Ohio Governor John Kasich, a Republican, at the University of Delaware last month. "We're both hoping that both our parties generate some real energetic people who have the depth and the capacity to do it," Biden said of the pair. Biden, 74, considered a run for the Oval Office in 2016, but decided against it, later citing the trauma of his son Beau's death to cancer in May 2015 for keeping him from the race. The painful subject forms the story of his new memoir, Promise Me, Dad, set for release this week. Biden is launching a month-long tour to promote the book's publication. He's become a vocal critic of Trump's administration in public appearances in recent months. "We gotta turn this ship around," Biden said of the country. "And I'd much prefer to be helping someone turn it around than being the guy trying to turn it around." In an interview with Oprah Winfrey released Sunday, Biden said he regrets not being in the White House, but not his decision to stay on the sidelines last year. "I don't regret the decision I made because it's the right decision for my family," he said. Kasich, who has been an outspoken opponent of Trump's since he challenged him for the Republican nomination in 2016, declined to address his own 2020 plans. "You hold the pen and the Lord will write the sentence," he said.